All right, good morning from day 41. Just left the station at 19E, and a group of us are heading up, and we'll see what the plan is today. There's a shelter at 10 miles. I got to 10 miles yesterday and kept going. Question is, if I do 10 miles today with a lot of food on my back, more than I need to get to Hampton, then I can eat down some of that food, or I can do 16 and get to Hampton in 2 days, which is very, very tempting. And a lot of this crew is doing just that. So we'll see how it goes, but I will take you on the way. It's kind of an ominous name for this guy. It's called Red Dead Nettle. I'm hiking in and around Ghost, Rocco, and Shower Dog, and I think Ghost will feel right at home right around here. Pretty little spot here in the woods. Nice little stream right there. Oh, what do we have here? 400. Hit the 400 mile mark. Each milestone feels good. I mean, I'm nowhere near the finish, but to think just how far the journey has taken. The church has taken me. Of course, 375 of those were with my mountain turtle. So just these last 25 are mine and mine alone. But this feels good. I'll take it. Yes, indeed. And it feels good. Jones Falls. And I was like, that sounds interesting. But then if you can barely read this, so worth it, do it. Not too far, do it. Go for it, do it. So I can see it over yonder. It's only like 0.2. I think I'll do it. Alright, this one is for my mountain turtle who criticizes me for never stopping and taking a moment to really appreciate the beauty of everything that's out here. Check out this waterfall. All right, that was a wonderful side quest to complete. I'll take easy ones with just something magical to look at. I haven't seen a waterfall like that since Amicalola, which was Amicalola State Park at the falls there at the bottom by the approach trail to the Appalachian Trail. So that's about 9 miles before the actual start of the AT. So don't get a lot of waterfalls on the AT, so if you see a good one, stop and take it. And so Jones Falls, I recommend taking it. It was so worth it, like the little comments on the sign read. walk it. I like this. Alright, just after 1 in the afternoon, and I have made it to the shelter, which is about 10 miles back from the start of US 19E where I began today. Well early. I'm certainly going to go to the campsite, which is 5 miles away next, and I could take my time doing it. Shelter was down a little ways, but there was a clearing here with a couple of lunch logs and a little maybe log I can prep my food on. So I think it's a little time for a little pack off lunch break. I think I referenced that I'm carrying a ridiculous amount of food, and I will show you just how massive my food bag is. This is the boulder that's taking up probably a third of my pack, and it's easily 10 pounds. So let's eat some of that weight down. This is hemlock varnish shelf. It's kind of mushroom, kind of fungus, trying to catch up to my oldest, who says that my oldest has identified much more than I have. So we'll compare when I see you next month. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of views today. Got spoiled with all those views from atop the Balds in the Roan Highlands. I think I used them all up in one day. Now I'm just in the forest, passing through lots of streams and passed by a big old river too. But passed by the shelter at about mile 9-ish. So closing up on mile 10 of 16 today. So I'm really hoping to get to camp nice and early. Yeah, I've got a new tent to set up, so want to try that out. Hey, look, there's a stream. And I'm eager to just get a little bit more rest today than I did yesterday. Just spent such hard hours hiking yesterday. It was a pace I don't think I can sustain day over day over day over day. So try to take a little easier today. Just simply getting in more hours of rest. When they offer a bench in the woods, you're obligated to sit at it. Alright, that's a nice view. I'll take it. Not from up high, but get to look out into this valley and see these beautiful mountains out there in the distance, probably of which I've climbed over. Laurel Fork. Stopped and filtered 2 liters of water at Hardcore Cascades. It's now just uphill to a tent site. I passed another hiker named Checklist. He said he's going to a little further to 2.4 miles, I think, from the other tent site to a damaged shelter. You can't stay at the shelter, but although you can tent around it. But the water source is unreliable, so I'm like, I could do it to shave off some miles for tomorrow to get into Hampton, but I think I'm pretty tired, so I'm going to check out what the tent site offers here up the hill, and if I find a nice little spot, I think I'm going to take it. So I passed by what they had listed as a campsite on the map. There certainly doesn't appear to be easy water. I have to go hunt and find it. Some of the tenting spots actually looked really tempting. They were pretty level. There were some that were wide. I know after I was here with Mountain Turtle, there was one that was perfect for our big 3-person tent. And I know she would have dropped her pack and said, we're claiming this one. But I was looking around and I could not find a tree that would be easy to do a bear hang off of, a food hang off. And that was kind of what, as I kept walking, thinking maybe there'll be more tent sites, that was actually what kind of deterred me. So I'm gonna go to this, I think it's called Moorland Gap Shelter. I'll update you if I'm wrong on that one. But I need to look in the comments, see, even though the shelter may have been destroyed, they may still have a bear box or bear cables, in addition to, trees in and around the shelter site that would be suitable for a food hang. So we'll see. So that adds 2.4 miles to bring me close to 18, further than I wanted, but miles I'll be doing tomorrow to get to Boots Off, where I still need to make a reservation for. But regardless, those miles will still need to be done tomorrow to get into town, and that just means 2.4 miles less. It's still so many miles north. I really thought that the damage to Hurricane Eileen was isolated to a small area, but it's just amazing how widespread the destruction was. I mean, fortunately, this isn't as bad as some of the other areas you saw, but it's still bad. And curious to see what the shelter looks like when I finally get there. Now Mountain Turtle and my oldest. See that boulder? That's a nice boulder. Alright, made it to the Moorland Gap Shelter. Now to find a spot to pitch my tent. Well, I managed to get my new tent up. It took a little while because it's asymmetrical. So half the time we'll put it up backwards. But 1.5 person tent. I'll probably take a little video from inside to give you the grand tour. It's so spacious. You fit 1.5 of me. Okay, that wraps up day 41. Exciting day it turned out to be. Quickly passed the 400-mile mark, went over to Jones's Fall and saw just how beautiful that was, and then hit the shelter at mile 10, said nope, too much daylight, I got to keep going. Hit the next campsite at mile 16, said well, the tent spots look great, there's no place to hang my food up away from the bears, so I knew there was a shelter here at mile 18.4. The shelter itself is unusable. Shouldn't be used. It's damaged. And even the picnic table is damaged, but we made that work at dinner. A few other hikers here. They're all settled in. So I'm running into some of the people that I've run into previously, which is always great to see. Get reunited with friends and so that was day 41, 18.4. pushing up the miles. Tomorrow will take me into Hampton, Tennessee, and I've got to stay at the Boots Off Hostel. Same one who did Awesome Trail Magic way back on like day 5. So excited about that. An update on Mountain Turtle. She's still continuing her tour, visiting our family. So she saw our youngest yesterday, saw our oldest today, also hanging out with her best friend. So she's in very good spirits right now, and we'll continue touring to visit with family before finally making it back to our home in Wisconsin, probably early next week. So getting used to a lot of new things, just hiking on my own, and but it's going well. I'm in good spirits, and I'm still staying connected to Darby. So she's not hiking with me, but she's still hiking with me in my heart. Anyway, that's going to be all for tonight. Thank you for following along, and I'll see you in our next chapter.